Hi, my name's Tina and welcome to Guilty Pleasures, brought to you by 99p Heaven. 99p Heaven, getting a little bit less for your money. In today's feature, we're going to ask, what does going green actually mean?
Nice slogan.
Shut up, I haven't introduced you yet.
Sorry.
Shh.
All right.
To help us understand more about it and prove that you don't have to be a minger to be a winner,
Great.
or a dyke to believe the hype.
Tina, shut up.
Sorry, no offence meant.
Come on, get on with it.
She puts the grr back into green and the mental into environ. It's my old friend, Susan Wilson.
Thanks.
No, really, it's my guilty pleasure. Now, I know how much of an eager beaver she is for recycling, so that's why I thought Susan would be the perfect guest to talk about growing green concerns that affect us all.
Again, thank you.
Now, Susan, in terms of awareness, it really has got a lot better since the 80s. It used to be spray or stink, destroying the ozone layer with those aerosols, but now the roll-on market really has come a long way.
Yes, and there are many ways we can help to save the planet.
Do you use a roll-on?
Yes.
Doesn't it all get clogged up with the hairs?
I don't know, because I shave.
Really? I didn't have you down as the type.
Anyway, cosmetics are just one way that we can be green. Living the good life like Tom and Barbara can be very rewarding.
Oh, are they neighbours of yours?
No, they lived in Surbiton just off the M25.
Well, that don't sound very green to me.
Well, they made an effort to grow their own fruit and vegetables. You can do the same and save a fortune.
Really? Oh, well, you love a bargain on this show.
Yes, and you can have your very own supply of great tasting food in no time at all once you've planted the seeds.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them in the supermarket.
Or you could go to your own local garden centre and they'll give you advice and tips on getting the most out of your veggie patch.
Bit of an effort, though, ain't it, to drive out of your way just for a pack of seeds?
You could walk there.
You are joking.
No, I'm not. I mean, the average person should walk around 10,000 steps every day, which is the least we could do, especially as obesity contributes to a ton of CO2 emissions every year.
Excuse me?
Look, reducing your carbon footprint is really important. What I mean is you could save the planet whilst getting fit.
Like Weight Watchers.
Huh?
Well, it's like a carbon diet, innit? You can't up your points, and well, if your emissions go over 20, then you've been really bad. Or you could have red days when you've been really rubbish, or green days for when you're really low on your carbons.
Yes, I couldn't have put it better myself. But you know, it's not just us as individuals who have a responsibility. I mean, every organisation should have an environmental policy. So how do you know that your workplace has got one? Well, to put it simply...
They need an LCA to determine their use of CO2 and GHG emissions. The Kyoto Protocol clearly defines the targets, and once they have defined a mandatory and voluntary market, then they need a CER, VER and ERU certificates. The CDM and the JI specify requirements.
Well, yes, of course.
Well, they could just stick a laminated policy on the staff notice board and email everyone and hope they go and read it.
Oh, that's a highly negative assumption, Tina.
Oh, I don't know. That's at least another 30 steps for every poor sod who has to go and look at it. It all adds up, Susan.
I suppose you're right.
Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Susan Wilson, you have been my guilty pleasure this evening.
Thanks.
There's only one thing left for me to ask you.
Yes?
Susan, what is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, well, Tina, my guilty pleasure is going to be Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell.
Thank you. Here then is Susan's guilty pleasure, Joni Mitchell and Big Yellow Taxi. Nice one, Susan. So, have you always been a big Joni fan, then?
Yes, I suppose so.
Wasn't she one of them hippie types that never shaved her armpits either?
Tina, I think your mic's still up.
Oh, blast.